I'm sure you've seen people who are sort of always happy no matter what, right? And if you look at this sort of like results circle, what I like to call it, this sort of applies in the gym, but also everywhere else. When you're consistent, right, you get results. And when you get results, you enjoy, right? Because you enjoy the process. And then when you enjoy, right, when you enjoy the results, you're more consistent, okay? And so what we can sort of manipulate here, obviously we cannot manipulate the results, right? We cannot like directly change the results. We can only change the inputs, right? We can't change the outputs. So we can be more consistent, right? But consistency ultimately comes from enjoyment, right? If you're actually enjoying what you're doing, okay? So we just need to learn how we can enjoy ourselves more, and then we'll also be able to be more consistent, thus we'll get more results, okay? So I want to go over today this is essentially what I call like happy mode, okay? This is like your happy mode. This is like the skill of being happy when there's nothing to be happy about, okay? So I'm gonna go over what it is, okay? Why it's so important, okay? And how to actually like do it, okay? So starting off first with what your happy mode is, okay? Your happy mode is essentially like, one thing I wanna like say first, right? This is like Alex Hormozy's quote. If you can be in a bad mood with no reason, right? If you can be sad with no reason to be sad, then you can also be happy with no reason to be happy. So why not just be happy, right? So what it is essentially just like being happy anyways, okay? This is like the main thing for doing this is literally just smiling, right? I found just smiling and having like a good time, reminding myself like, okay, damn, like this is actually like such a good thing, right? So what it is, essentially it's just like enjoying what you're doing no matter what you're doing, okay? So no matter if it's hard, right, you enjoy it anyways, okay? I know it's like a very broad what I'm talking about so far, but I'll get into it a bit more in the how, okay? But why you should actually like, why this is actually so important, right, is because the only reason the guy who like quits is because he just wasn't enjoying it, right? It's like, the only reason someone will get like let's say addicted to cocaine is just because they enjoy using cocaine, right? It makes them feel good. And so they'll obviously get addicted to it. But if you enjoy doing other stuff, right, that is like productive, then you'll obviously stick to it, okay? That's why you see people who get like addicted to the gym, right? Maybe they go every single day. Maybe you see people who get addicted to, I don't know, like running, like let's say David Goggins, whatever. And so you have these people, so that's why it's so important, right? It's because it'll allow you to keep going, even though something is hard, right? But you can sort of just manipulate yourself to being happy and then enjoy it and actually just keep going, okay? So if you see like the reason why someone quits is just because they weren't enjoying it, okay? So we need to manipulate ourselves into actually enjoying it. Then we can make sort of like infinite progress in whatever we want, okay? Like obviously this won't work 24/7 all the time, but it does work very well. And that's why I want to teach it to you today. So how you actually do it is by smiling. Okay, smiling. What I've done is I've set up like alarms on my phone to smile. So I have like, I think like 5 or 6 alarms every day, and it's just like set to every day, and it's like every time like the alarm goes off, I just like, I smile and I think to myself like, wait, why am I smiling? And it's like, oh yeah, I want to be happy. And then it's just like, I just end up smiling, right? So it works pretty well, like just the smiling alarms and just like reminding yourself to be happy, okay? The other thing is having like friends, right, who are sort of like in this sort of like similar mood to you, right, who you can be in this like sort of silly mood, who you like, I have some friends right now who are, like traveling around the world, right, we call often, and it's like, we talk whatever, right, and it's like, it's really fun, right, and that allows me to be like happy no matter in whatever situation I'm in, right, and then it's like, when you sort of have that like friendship, that group around you, or when you have that like, in general, like a life where it's like pretty easy to be happy for you, right? When people around you are just like smiling for no reason, you're gonna smile for no reason, okay? And so you need to surround yourself with people who are gonna be happy anyways, okay? Let me just look at my notes here. Yeah, so essentially how you do this is when you feel like, okay, wow, this is really hard, you can either go into 2 modes, okay? So when it's like, okay, let's say you're in the gym, right? You have like, one specific like way I've implemented this is like when I feel horrible, right? When I feel horrible, I usually go to the gym. Okay, I go to the gym. Sometimes even if it's a rest day, right? So it's like I feel horrible, I go to the gym, and it's like I've implemented this habit, which I've sort of like promised myself. I don't know why I do it at this point, but it's like whenever I like start going towards the gym, I always feel happy. I always smile, right? Like sometimes, like, I mean, I've like gone to like multiple gyms in different countries, right? Whenever I go to the gym, whenever I'm on my way to the gym, right? I just get out of the house. It's like immediately I start feeling like happy. I smile. I think to myself like, damn, look how far we've come, right? So I think about that, and then it just immediately puts me in a happy mood, right? So I could have done that, right? I could go this way, or I could go this way where it's like I feel horrible, and it's like I'm like, oh wow, like I sit in that horrible feeling, right? I sit inside it, right? And then like I amplify it, right? So I make it even worse because I listen to it, okay? Then I let it sort of take control, and then like probably go into whatever bad habits, okay? And so you can see that both of them are pretty realistic, and it's just like the only reason why this one works out so much better is just because like I just smiled through it, right? Like the only reason. So I just like turned on my happy mode, and you can do this too, bro. You can do this too. You felt horrible in the past with no reason. So you can also feel really good right now with also no reason, right? So just go ahead and turn on this happy mode by smiling, and in the longer run, just like making friends who also are like in this sort of like giggly, happy mood, whatever. And you'll just smile, bro, and you'll smile through the process, and you won't be the guy who's like, let's say like you're in a fight or like you're practicing whatever, like maybe you're practicing boxing and it's like, you'll feel horrible because like, oh, it's hard, or you feel happy because it's like, oh damn, I just got hit, oh whoa, like what's going on? You just like turn on your happy mode, and you're gonna make faster progress, more progress in the long run. Because just like we showed in that consistency circle, the only reason you stay consistent is because you're actually like having a good time. So yeah, bro, I really thank you for watching this video. I know it's not like a very regular video to watch, literally zero editing whatsoever and with a whiteboard, but I really appreciate you watching this video, and I want to help you out even more. So I've put my first link in the description, which is my Calendly link, for you to just book a call with me. That's going to be an hour. So you can just go ahead and book that call. And then below that is my free community where you can just like be with other people, which is like pretty cool. We also have a weekly call on there, so you can be with people who are also in this like giggly, happy mood, also making progress towards their goals. So yeah, bro, go ahead and book a call and have an absolutely amazing day. Keep overloading, bro.